Ballyhoo, and welcome. The Passion Project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson, and this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and that embarrassing poetry of youth, as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with The Angels Wanna Wear My Red Shoes from My Aim Is True, released in 1977. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello's birth name. With its overly long title, complete with parentheses, backed by the rhythmic sounds of clover, it seems as if this piece, crammed with urgent details as the seconds tick away, would clock in at longer than its brisk 2 minutes and 47-second running time. I think I'd be correct in saying that this unique amalgamation would be a harbinger of the masterful, meteoric, and magical career to come. Oh, I used to be disgusted, and now I try to be amused. But since their wings have got rusted, you know the angels want to wear my red shoes. But when they told me about their side of the bargain, that's when I knew I could not refuse. And I won't get any older now the angels want to wear my red shoes. Yay! I finally get to use the term past participle in a slow drag. This is probably not where you might have expected I'd start, but the Anglophile in me absolutely delights in the subtle quirks of our shared language. The past participle of get in North American English, broadly speaking, is gotten, while, as noted in this first verse, the English past participle of get is got, although I understand gotten is becoming more acceptable. But gotten is now, got was then. I wonder how many Americans always assumed that have got rusted was wrong. That's why travel broadens your mind till you can't get your head out of doors. I've always maintained that Mr. Costello is one of the most grammatically correct songwriters around, and this is just another good example of that assertion. The very first line of this verse cements Mr. Costello as a true champion. If it's not an example of emotional intelligence, then he's doing a good job of accidentally stumbling upon it. Disgusted, amused, as its starting rhyme is staggering. The contradictions and polarizations in these 7 lines is something to behold. I love the weird logic of rusted wings, which might be themselves red, needing shoes of any color, let alone red. How exactly do wings rust? What's their side of the bargain? Eternal youth? Presumably. But why? What's going on up there? None of it makes sense, but I hope you'd agree it's so utterly satisfying to imagine, and it only gets better from there, as if that could even be possible. I was watching while you're dancing away. Our love got fractured in the echo and sway. How come everybody wants to be your friend? You know that it still hurts me just to say it. Now, what did I just say about grammatically correct? Well, I guess we're going to have to add this to the exception that proves the rule with I was, past tense, while you're dancing away, present tense. Before this slow drag, I never even noticed that faulty syntax. Did you? The temporal shifting is spooky fun. Away and sway is a good workhorse rhyming pair, but it's what it's contained within that's staggering. Fractured, echo, and sway. All of these words are pleasing and evocative, but none make sense on the astral plane this narrative is uttered from. And now we get to hear what still hurts him just to say it.
Oh, I know that she's disgusted.
Oh, why is that?
'Cause she's feeling so abused.
Oh, that's too bad.
She gets tired of the lust,
Oh, I'm so sad.
but it's so hard to refuse.
How can you say that I'm too old when the angels have stolen my red shoes? One of the best times I think I've ever had at an Elvis Costello concert, and I've been to nearly triple digits of them, was at the Beacon Theater in New York City. I believe it was the When I Was Cruel tour, when the stage lost power and Mr. Costello sang this piece a cappella while the roadies scurried to fix the problem. Our collective questions sung back to him reconfirmed the call and response aspect of this very cleverly constructed verse. I just love when things go wrong. It's the wabi-sabi lover in me. First the emotional intelligence, then the call and response device, and now a sophisticated narrative structure, one with a lot of showing rather than telling. Remember way back in the first verse how he couldn't refuse and how he wouldn't get any older? He must have reneged on that promise, causing the angels, the very embodiment of trust and high moral standing, to steal his red, read devil, shoes. We, the audience, are left to fill in the blanks. What a fun ride this piece is. And as you know, it's only going to get even more fun with the final verse, a verse I am certain we all adore. Oh, I said, I'm so happy I could die. She said, drop dead, then left with another guy. That's what you get if you go chasing after vengeance. Ever since you got me punctured, this has been my sentence. Oh, I used to be disgusted, and now I try to be amused. But since their wings have got rusted, you know the angels want to wear my red shoes. Red shoes, the angels want to wear my red shoes. And with those words, the era of guilt and revenge had truly commenced. Is there a better response than drop dead to the pimply overstatement of dramatic sentiments? The phrase chasing after vengeance could split into 100 shards of light in pursuit of its backstory. It contains the same missing information as why the angels, despite the bargains, stole his red shoes. Either way, it goes back to the emotional intelligence I touched upon earlier. That's what you get, regardless of who the you is, denotes an understanding of consequences, in this case, of chasing after vengeance. Punctured will forever be a wonderfully mystifying word in this piece. Logic might dictate that since you got me, the sentence would be reversed, yet this is his sentence. The physical and metaphorical puncturing suggests, keeping with childish drama, a dagger to the heart, a mortal wound. But why do the angels want to wear his red shoes? Blissfully, I have no idea. Dig it. Again, this has been a slow drag with The Angels Wanna Wear My Red Shoes from 1977's My Aim Is True. With this album's release mere weeks before the death of Elvis Presley on August 16, 1977, it was clearly a signal that the king is dead. Long live the king named Costello. Since then, Mr. Costello has proven he is no mere mortal. His continued drive, invention, reinvention, and expansive worldview and vocabulary continue to amaze, entertain, and educate. I might not be wrong when I say that this is a piece we've all known forever, a soundtrack of our lives, if you will. Yet there is still so much a sexy slow drag has helped to reveal, rekindle, or restate. the emotional intelligence, the sophisticated phrasing, and the show don't tell narrative structure that absolutely boggles the mind in the most pleasing way possible. I'd happily show you the poetry I wrote when I was 21, but thankfully it's all ripped up, burned, or otherwise smartly dispatched with. I can only imagine you might have similar feelings, proving that Mr. Costello's wit is matched triumphantly by his bravery. Other precious gems from My Aim is True you'll enjoy a slow drag with are episodes 22 and his castanets. That's a slow drag with Waiting for the End of the World. Episode 36, It's the Way That You Walk. It's a slow drag with Miracle Man. Episode 58, All I Ever Do Is Bow. It's a slow drag with no dancing. Episode 77, Raised on Romance. That's a slow drag with Pay It Back. And episode 121, It's Nobody's Fault. That's a slow drag with Blame It on Cain. And that's it for today's slow drag, my fellow Elvis Costello aficionado. Thank you for listening, and my deepest thanks to Mia, who so graciously lent her voice to this episode. She's a superstar who I hope we'll hear more from in the future. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with remedy.